Well, I pulled out the pine cones because they let you know when it's going to rain. So here's how this works, just in case you don't have a bunch of pine cones like me across your yard. Notice how the pine cones, it's open just like that. That's how a pine cone typically looks. But when the air starts getting humid, you don't need one of these to let you know that it's getting more humid. You just look at the pine cones because this starts to happen. I got one in water just to kind of really push the point. They close up. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Let's look at the difference between the two. So here's this one closed up. Here's the one regular. And when it rains, they're going to stay closed up. The fact that this happened in a half an hour is crazy. When we first pulled up here, okay, 10:30, this was not here.
Right.
And even when it was starting to start, it wasn't that big of a deal. That's a lot of water. I mean, that is a ton. Look at this right here. Look at this car coming down. Look how much water is there. That's only a half an hour.
Very busy day in the Weather Center, to say the least.
Yes, we had multiple tornado warnings, and I want to get started with a tornado warning that was earlier in parts of Burlington County. So this is some picture of some damage in Pemberton. And I see a comment from one of our viewers. You can always send us your pictures because we want to experience the storms with you. And so Norma, she said, hey, Drew, do you know where the Pemberton damage was? I'm in Country Lakes, and township officials said they saw a funnel cloud. Yeah, that's true. Law enforcement did catch a funnel cloud in Country Lakes, which is just right down the road from Pemberton. You know, in that region, there's down power lines and down tree limbs. The National Weather Service is actually on the ground right now in that part of Burlington County to confirm, was there a tornado?
And Drew Anderson, I think the big question is, do we have the light, fluffy, powdery snow or the gloppy, heavy, wet snow? What kind?
All right, let's find out. Sue, here, come on in. Let's watch. All right, it's light, it's fluffy. Why? Temperatures are in the 20s right now. That makes it easy just to brush off your car, but the temperatures will slowly be rising, so that makes the wet, heavy snow. But look at this. These snowflakes, they're itty bitty, and they're itty bitty for a reason, and I'll tell you why. I got some ice. We're gonna make some ice water. Real scientific, right? So with this ice right here, usually when you make some ice water, you see something on the cup. Usually you see beads of sweat. So there we go, a little ice water. Well, I made one about half an hour ago, and I want to show you. Take a good look at this. Where's all those beads of sweat? Where's all the condensation on it? It's not there. It's totally dry. The reason for that is the air is so dry. So we've actually had the snow over us for hours now, but the dry air gobbled it up before it reached the ground. And right now, the dry air, it's gobbling up some of the edges of the snowflakes, and that is why they're itty bitty. And that shows you the air's dry. That's the latest from right outside our studios. Now let's go roam around with Bob Kelly. Get us up to date on the roads. Loving this as we look live in Camden this morning. There's clear skies and that light breeze. Look at that flag right there. It's a great start to your day. The humidity's low and the weather only better from here. I had the best day yesterday. I was in Chester County, and for the first time ever, even though I grew up here, I went to the Devon Horse Show. And it was great. It was a great time, except, man, that I have some allergies. And I'm not one to get allergies. I was scratching my eye. My nose is all stuffed up. I'm sneezing. And then I look at my car this morning. Look at all the pollen right there in my side mirror. So it's a good thing we get some storms a little bit later around dinner time, because storms and rain, they rinse out the air and get rid of some of that pollen. So maybe I can go back and not sneeze and have that runny nose at the Devon Horse Show. Here is your forecast as we look in New Jersey. Look at these temperatures. Great today. We're staying out of the 80s. Lots of sunshine until about 3 or 4 o'clock. That's when some clouds start bubbling up, and eventually we get some of those storms. They're not that strong. They're just an inconvenience. Not a whole lot of heavy rain with these. Here and there around dinner time and even right after the evening commute. These will wrap up around 10 o'clock, and then that is that. The sky is clear. Temps are in the 50s. My advice to you, open those windows. Keep them open for your Thursday's weather. Love this. Look at this. So low humidity because of that airflow coming down from the north. Temps are perfect for me right there in the mid 70s. This is a great day on Thursday with all that sunshine. So keep those shades around. Keep them for the weekend because we have great grilling weather as we sail into the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all sunny and dry days as we welcome June. Then the storms come back for the middle of the week next week, along with those mid-80s. That is to check your forecast. And I'm so happy to say, Bob Kelly, you're back, and it's so great to see you.
Great to see you guys, and I had the same situation. That's why I was out yesterday. It was just my allergies.